But I will only say that this is what is happening in the case of various development project plans. And the rivers are facing the worst because the river valley guidelines came up in 1983. And that river valley, which is the macro unit, is composed of many micro units, even mini watersheds. And all of that needs to be taken into consideration. But inter-river basin transfer is something which is refused to accept and rejected at the international level also, because every river basin is a unique ecosystem in itself, and hence transferring the water from one river valley or river basin to another river basin is not acceptable. When interlinking of rivers was proposed, we met Mr. Kalam, the then Honorable President of India, with Kuldeep Nayyar, Ramaswamy Iyer, who was then the former Secretary of Water Resources, involved in many international treaties and all. We came to realize that Mr. Kalamji was certainly having good intentions, but he was not aware of exactly what is the situation related to the demand and supply and so on. And he asked us one question: what do you mean by river basin? So that also very specific question that made us realize that he was not an expert on the water resources issue. But point is that when such kind of ill-planned projects are pushed ahead, it really brings a hell of impacts on the environment and on the people in the valley. And here also, the sea ingress, the sea coming in, once the dam height went up inside Narmada up to 60 kilometers and salinizing the whole water, affecting the fisheries, affecting the groundwater in the cities like Bharuch, and also the downstream and upstream facing the whole water cycle of drought and flood continuously. All of that are the issues which we have been raising. And when that was rejected, as we are doing something for the getting awards, national and international, which was an absolutely false allegation. All of those issues have come true, and the government's falsehood is clearly exposed. Even as far as rehabilitation is concerned, we know that the giant dams affect, displacement, brings in displacement of all these communities with different kinds of impacts. But that is not taken into full-fledged consideration. Yes. Even that 2013 Act, if that is implemented fully and fairly, then much desirable on the basis of the value framework in the Constitution of India, like equity, justice, democratic, process of planning development, and also sustainability will come true. But that is not happening. In 17 states, including Gujarat, Rajasthan, that started with, but also Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, everywhere they have found a way out to bypass that act, especially to benefit the capitalists, especially to benefit the corporates. And that is why we have to fight that till date. But the Supreme Court has not given us a hearing since 2018, while Prashant Bhushanji is our senior counsel. It is the various kinds of environmental impacts that is affecting the rivers wherever the big dams are constructed. And that includes sea ingress, that includes submergence of forest, which really affects the percolation. So even the perennial rivers, whether it is Brahmaputra or whether it is Narmada, are very badly affected. And hence that cycle of drought and flood really goes on. Then once the big dam is constructed, the rare and endangered species are affected, no doubt. but then the catchment also gets affected, and command area situation also totally changes. There was one filmmaker, Mr. Chandra, who presented that film Yugandhar, and he took hundreds of our people from the Narmada Valley to show that film in a special studio. Why? Because he had really shown in that film, which may be available now on the net. Sorry. How once the dam is constructed, the people who act like owls really view on each piece, each chunk of the land in the command area, as if they have the command to take over that land and benefit out of the project. So, who pays and who benefits? This is a question that needs to be seriously looked into. And hence, the catchment area treatment, they claim that they will take care of everything, but that is only mostly on paper. Very rarely they really bring in the proper catchment area treatment, as we have realized through the study. Somewhere there is a tank or a lake which they are showing as forest. Somewhere the agriculture is going on, and they are saying, no, no, they have compensated the forest lost with 3 times compensatory afforestation. Now, all this is bakwas, and hence, even the command area development, where the water logging occurs, where the minor canal network really breaks because of the corruption in the construction, but also neglect of the such a huge network. And this is what is faced by the people of Gujarat, who are continuously approaching us.